Manny, we are about to hear a buzzer. That buzzer is semi-final number 1. Who do we have in the water?
All right, semifinal number 1. We have Jason Finlay in the red jersey going against, in the yellow jersey, Andrew Lester. Both of these guys have nothing to lose, and you know what? They're going to go for it anyways. Andrew Lester has been on fire throughout the entire week. I've seen him here. In fact, he was free surfing yesterday and just got some kegs out in front of the hotel where we're staying. And Andrew Lester just in top form. Jason Finlay, another underdog who's out here ready to rock and roll.
Underdog, Manny, but he's been making some big headlines here. We saw him lock out Jeff Hubbard yesterday.
That was huge.
Then we saw Andrew Lester's having a look at this one. Manny, is he going to go?
All right, Andrew Lester in the yellow jersey, starting off right here. Number 1, sneaks under the pocket. Nice little pocket ride, gets into the barrel, and he comes out of there nice and clean again. Andrew Lester, he is probably one of the best tube riders on the planet right now on a bodyboard.
Manny, he's proving that it's experience. This guy has tons and years and amazing experience. Look, you know what that is? Pierre's out in the thing, he's sitting there, his mind's on the world champion. Everyone's stoked for Pierre. Lester, the true thing, he's going, yeah, PLC, it's yours, brother. Look, he's just soaking up the moment. And Andrew Lester's saying, that one's for you. And look at Lester, he's just stoked for him. But he's still got a semi-final to surf. That first wave, nice big barrel, judges' scores dropped 5.0. Let's have a look at the replay, Manny.
All right, Andrew Lester again putting down his tube riding skills. As you can see him, he's actually maneuvering high up on just above the shockwave and just finds that nice trim line, and he comes out nice, smooth, and clean. It wasn't a really deep barrel for Andrew Lester, but he was able to maneuver and come out to the shoulder nice and clean. And when he comes out, giving a shout to PLC, who is sitting in the channel. Yeah. Again, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. If you just tuned in, I apologize. You have messed up because you missed live the new world champion win his quarterfinal to become the world champion. PLC, the French phenom, is now the 2011 IBA Grand Slam Series world champion. That is PLC. You're going to see him next, semifinal number 2, going against Mitch Rollins. Yes, we are going full charge with the entire event. Semifinal number 2, 1 out in the water, number 2 coming up next. That will be followed by the final. Woo! 3 Aussies, 1 Frenchman.
Manny, we've got a couple of shout-outs there. We've got the crew. We're decked out in the Grand Flavour gear. They've got the promotion on at the moment. Buy $200 worth of goods. You're out there, you get free shipping worldwide. So that's a massive special. But let's not forget the naming sponsors of the event as well. NMD, Pride and Stealth. These guys, industry-leading brands, showed huge support to make this event happen. And they're available at all good bodyboard shops, all good surf shops worldwide. These guys, get out there and support them, people, because they've supported the sport, and that's what this. We've seen the sport of bodyboarding take a massive leap forward in the year 2011, but how we're going to keep going all the way to where we deserve to be is for more support from the industry. These guys have showed it. You as consumers support these brands, and whoever else backs events next year, support these guys, because they're making bodyboarding what it is today.
Yes, I totally agree, 100 and 300,000% behind you on that one. Because, I mean, the best part about bodyboarding right here, and I'm telling you this right now, this is coming from being out there with the boys, is that the camaraderie amongst the top riders in the world is essentially the same as you and your boys at your home break. I mean, we're all good friends out of the water, and when it comes competition time, they all know it. They all know they have to put everything on the line, and we saw that with Mitch Rollins and Ryan Hardy. It was very tough for Mitch Rollins to go out there and do what he had to do, and he came out on top, knocking Ryan Hardy out of the world title contention. But that's the thing. All of these guys know it's a contest, so they're going to do everything they can, and especially in these conditions, massive 4 to 8 foot bombs coming into the shallow reefs of IBA Fronton, and this is it. Semifinal number 1. Look at that. Just massive amounts of water.
Manny, look at the water exploding on this reef. We have now seen high tide. We're on the back end of it. It's only going to get shallower from here, so it's going to get more intense. More history-making moments are going to go down. And it said, don't forget, we've got the whole, Jace isn't looking at that one. We've got going to catch all these replays are going to be on the IBA YouTube channel. So tomorrow log on and check out this action, because you've got heat replays. But there's the graphic. Become a subscriber, so then you'll get an email every time a new clip drops. We've got over 300 bodyboarding clips from this year on this channel, Manny, and I know personally I want to be logging on checking this, because the stuff that went down today, I want to see again.
You know what? And if you're going to do anything on the YouTube channel, on the IBA channel, make sure you stay tuned for the next few days, because the Phantom camera, the camera 1,000 frames per second, is on site right now. So you're going to see some amazing images within the next few days from that camera on the YouTube channel, youtube.com/IBA World Tour.
And a big shout out to the crew at Red Bull TV, because they've been great supporters all year, and they've brought the Phantom camera action to you. So it's Red Bull that have put it there, but what you have there is Jeff Hubbard. You can see his image on the screen. He is, a devastated man right now. It was a toss of a coin, and let's see what happened. But unfortunately, believe it or not, Manny.
You know what, Greg? Check this out. I mean, he just got knocked out. He's done. He is in second place in the World Tour. Jeff Hubbard downstairs.
I'm here with Jeff Hubbard. Jeff, you didn't win this year.
No, I didn't. Yeah, it was tough. Just, that was a tough last 3 or 4 contests for me. Just so it just definitely was, in God's hands, and he just kind of was definitely putting it to PLC the last half of the year. I didn't get any results, and just couldn't find a rhythm in any man-on-man heats, which is pretty rare, and I was surfing good, and Pierre just, he surfed amazing, and God was just giving him what he wanted, and, this was his time, and it's amazing. Congrats to Pierre, awesome surfing, and yeah, hats off to him, man. He deserves a world title, and, it's a bummer he had to beat me for it, but hey, that's the way it goes. There's always another year and more contests, and we got a great family, great support, and, Manny and the mic, love it. Thanks, Manny, and, just want to say, thanks to everyone out there for all the support all year. It's been an awesome year. Yeah, no regrets. Love you guys. Aloha.
Well, thanks, Jeff. Yeah, congratulations for coming second, but next year.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I just wanted, it's kind of, just kind of wanted to make sure everyone remembered Eddie too. I didn't get a chance to dedicate anything to him, but yeah, Eddie Solomon is one of my good friends, passed away this year, and if I had one, I was going to dedicate this to him, but we're all still thinking of him. We love him.
Thanks, Jeff.
Yeah, we miss him.
We do miss him indeed. Here's to you, Eddie, and back up to you, Manny.
Down at all. He has everything. What he's done so far has been absolutely amazing. So, Hubby, you did a great job. You still have all your support crew behind you 110% come 2012 for sure.
Oh, man, I'm a bit choked up at the moment. Jeff Hub, the ultimate professional, and you just saw it right there. What he, moments after having the world title taken from his grasp, he's the ultimate professional. And for me personally, Jeff Hub has been a massive supporter of the new movement of IBA World Tour, and he has done more than any other rider this year and last year in the planning process to ensure that the sport got to where it needed to be. And for that, Hub, you have my respect for life. He's a friend for life, and I'm really feeling for you at the moment, mate. But you're such an amazing person, an amazing rider. I know you'll come back and get that third world title. So stay strong. And he made another classic point that I'd really like to shout out to is to all the supporters of Eddie Solomon. One of the
for sure
key players in our industry. We lost him this year to cancer, which was a very sad moment for many people involved. And you're not forgotten, Eddie. And you saw that Jeff say the same thing. But speaking from the whole bodyboard world, you are not forgotten, Eddie. And emotional times, man. Big moment.
All right, while the guys are, shout out to Eddie Solomon. I want to get back to that, but we got a little break right now in the action, so we'll be back right after this.
See some more amazing footage from the Stealth, one of the event sponsors, and again, massive shout out to the sponsors of this event. NMD, Pride, Stealth came on as naming sponsor. Huge support, respect to you guys. Grand Flavour as a media partner, and I think all the other brands will be clamoring over themselves now, seeing the exposure these guys got from taking the risk, taking the punt to support what will go down as one of the most amazing events in history, Manny.
It looked like it slowed down just a little bit here in semifinal number 1. Andrew Lester in the yellow jersey has one scoring wave of a 5.0. We're still waiting for Jason Finlay to start his campaign. We have already gone 10 minutes and 30 seconds into the heat, so stand by for what is going to unfold right here in the next 19 minutes.
Okay, yeah, look, as I said, we've got 19 minutes remaining, Manny. Andrew Lester opened up with a 5.0. We thought that wasn't going to be one of the keepers for this score, but now we've got a low heat. All of a sudden he sits in that position where he's got the one solid scoring wave and all the pressure's on Jason Finlay. He now needs 2 solid scoring waves to keep the challenge up to make the final. But we've spoken about the scenario here, Manny. These are 2 guys that were never in calculations to be in the semi-final of this event.
Exactly. Nobody
would have told you neither Andrew Lester nor Jason Finlay will be in the semi-final, let alone both of them. And that is like this IBA Fronton wave. Jason Finlay, he was the wild card. He surfed his way all the way through, and he's played a big part in this event, whether it was knocking out Jeff Hubb and ultimately giving PLC the world title, or whether it was taking those death-defying drops in the first quarter-final of today's action. And again, Andrew Lester, we've spoken about Andrew Lester all the way from the trials. He's put on a big performance, and let's see what the last 18 minutes will deliver.
All right, these guys are waiting patiently. Now we have a couple minutes or a couple seconds to tell you about a very cool Red Bull sponsored charity. This is it, Wings for Life. The cool thing about Red Bull is sponsoring this charity is that 100% of your donations go to the funds that will go to the research of spinal cord damage, and that is huge. Wings for Life, if you want to know more details, everything is online for you, and you can also contribute on wingsforlife.com.
Yeah, great initiative, Manny, and it says it's from the Red Bull group, and I encourage all viewers to click online, find out a little bit more about it, but it's that key initiative of spinal cord research, and we've seen in the sport of bodyboarding many injuries onto spinal cords, and it's it's something very close to our heart. And for sure, get on there, get online, support that initiative, and hats off to the team at Red Bull for such an amazing charity.
All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. 17 minutes, 13 seconds remaining in semifinal number 1. The winner of this heat will go on to the final here for the NMD Pride Stealth Fronton Pro, brought to you by Grand Flavor. And you know what? PLC is waiting patiently in the channel. And you know what? This guy is phenomenal. The French phenom PLC waiting in the channel. And you know what? He is known around the world as the backflip master, but he also has an arsenal of air roll spins, big airs, and big rolls that he still has in his back pocket. Will he pull those out in the final or semifinal number 2? We will see. Jason Finlay dropping in.
Under the lip, man. He pulls it under the lip. Nice little thing, but it does a little spin out of there. He'll be happy. That's his first scoring wave. It gets him on the board. We have back on the action. Andrew Lester's left out there in priority. But it was, in my eye, we'll see what the judges say. It was, let's have a look at this wave again, Manny. But that's the back end of it. I'm sure we'll get that back into the hard drive. But he got under the lip. Not as deep as some of the other waves we've seen ridden today, such as that PLC 9-point ride. But Jason Finlay is on the board, and we have a contest, people. 16 minutes remaining. Who of these underdogs is going to make it all the way to the final of the IBA Fronton Pro?
All right, let's take another look at Jason Finlay's wave right here. Nice scoop, bottom turn into the pocket. It finds a little barrel time right there, still maintaining. Looks like he's hitting the brakes right there, dragging his legs, and goes into his spin before coming out onto the shoulder. So great wave right there for Jason Finlay. Nice stall, got in the pocket, stayed in the barrel for as long as he could, comes out with a spin. So wow, look at this. Now it is on. Jason Finlay's wave comes in at a 5.0. Andrew's first wave comes in at a 5.0. So this is it. Jason Finlay is on the board.
We have a dead heat at the moment, Manny, but there you have one of the riders, the wild card, Jason Finlay, we've talked about. He's from the south coast of New South Wales, Australia, and he's really making a name for himself at this event. And, he's proving to all those guys out there who, previously Jason Finlay was a free surfer, and before, they were getting good profile doing that. Jason Finlay realised the spotlight of world bodyboarding now is the IBA World Tour, and he has been put on the biggest stage, and he has delivered, and big respect. But PLC still in the water we've spoken about. I think he's still just coming to terms with everything, and it must be an amazing experience. But the event still continues for PLC. He still has to surf a semi-final against Mitch Rawlins before he comes back into shore. If he progresses through the semi-final, he'll stay there for the final. So PLC may be another hour in the water. But here we have, I think, paddling Jason Finlay.
All right, Jason Finlay holding on to that rail. Nice bottom turn, comes off the bottom and sneaks in high line and comes out of the barrel right there. Another quick in and out barrel with a spin at the end of that. Another good medium-sized scoring wave for Jason Finlay. Now he has 2 waves under his scorecard. Again, these semifinals are 30 minutes long, and 2 waves will be scored.
Look at this, man. A great rail control. He's shown this the entire contest, gets under the lip. It was a little bit inside, so the judges will take that in consideration. But very wisely, as we've spoken about, he heads higher the wave, make sure he makes it out of the section. And now he has a second scoring wave, and all of a sudden, 4.5 for that wave, Manny. He's led into first position, and now all the pressure's on Andrew Lester. Andrew Lester needs a 4.5 to return serve, to lead back, to jump back into the lead. Still 13.5 minutes to go. Plenty of time. Still some big sets rolling in. Andrew Lester's gone left.
Oh, look at this left. Andrew Lester finds a left, and what's he going to do? Sneaks under the pocket on the bottom turn, and that's all she wrote. Comes up and over the other section. But, man, it's very scary and very intense when you see the riders drop in on the left. What their current is doing is pushing you back onto the reef. Take another look.
Look at that rail control, Manny. Under the lip and a dredging left-hand wave. He gets under that. It'll be interesting to see what the judges think of that. There hasn't been many lefts ridden today, but they are the high-risk waves as well. He needs a 4.5 to jump into first. Let's see what the judges say. I'm not sure whether that'll be enough to jump into first, but he's just again proving that there is a left-hand option available for the riders out there.
Woo! All right, we are coming at just over 3 minutes. Over the 3 o'clock hour here. The high peak of high tide was at 2:50 p.m. Now the tide is starting to drop. Andrew Lester clocking in a 2.75 on his last wave and still trying to get some of those lefts on the inside.
Yeah, definitely. Look, he's smiling there. He's stoked to be in this contest. All the way from the trials we've spoken about, the Shark Island local. And he took a left there, only a 2.75 from the judges. So he's back in the lineup, knowing he needs a 4.5 to move into first position. And first position today, look at PLC, he's stoked. He's got the vibe. He's just enjoying the moment. That is your world champion, Manny. The 2011 IBA Grand Slam Series world champion from France, Pierre-Louis Costes.
Unbelievable. Viva la France, viva Pierre. And it sounds like the champagne bottles are clicking and clacking as they're making their way towards the celebration area. We're going to find out. But PLC is still in the contest. That's what we all have to understand. It is not over. The contest is still going on. We just know that PLC is your 2011 IBA Grand Slam Series world champion. So that is it. He is still waiting in the water for his semifinal, which is coming up right after this. 11 minutes and 28 seconds. Jason Finlay leading the charge over Andrew Lester in semifinal number 1.
11.5 minutes, Manny. Andrew Lester needing a 4.5 to jump back into first. I think Jason Finlay has priority out there, but again, 11 minutes, it's still a long time in the heat. So he'll just surf the best wave that he's delivered to him, but he has first pick of the crop. Just to explain, Manny, how the priority system works for our viewers.
All right, the priority system, it consists of both riders starting off with 0 priority in the water. Soon as one rider takes a look and starts paddling for a wave, the other person who did not go for the wave will have priority. And now that other person will have the opportunity to catch any wave that he wants duration of their priority. So it could be a strategy that could work in your favor, or it could backfire if you wait too long and hold on to that priority as time winds down.
Yeah, often called the curse of priority. Sometimes it's not always a good thing. You can see here, Andrew Lester's having a look at this. Jace Finlay's let it go, but up and riding Andrew Lester.
Andrew Lester going right, taking a look. Looks like it could section up. Big section forming up. Andrew Lester punches through the lip. Nice, clean, conservative roll through the lip. That was Andrew Lester on the right. Now, Andrew Lester, he was on the hunt for a 4.5 wave, and to get into that first place spot, Andrew Lester, I don't know if that's going to be it, so let's hold off for a second.
It was a smaller wave. We haven't seen many rolls in this contest. It was in the critical part of the wave, It'll be interesting to see what the judges have to say about this.
Little-
It's going to be close either way, but Andrew Lester looking for a 4.5 to jump into first place. And it's a 4.9, Manny. Andrew Lester has jumped back into the lead.
Wow.
Now he's winning this heat with 9 minutes, 45 seconds remaining. Back to you, Jason Finlay. You have 9 minutes 40 to deliver a 4.9.
There it is.
And get back into first place.
4.9 is a low score to get in any competition, but you throw in the factor of a heavy 8-foot swell just dumping on the shallow reefs of El Fronton, it's harder than it looks. 4.9 is what Jason is after,
There he
and
goes.
let's take a look.
Up and riding, he's up for a 4.9. I'm sure he wants a section. Doesn't find the barrel, so that's not what he wanted. He'll be very frustrated with that because he's lost priority, left Andrew Lester out the back with 9 minutes remaining. Jason Finlay just the wave didn't deliver what he was after there. There's still a lot of time. Jason Finlay, very capable rider. He'll get back out there and he's capable of anything. As we saw in the hub heat in round 4, he could bust a big reverse. But there's the crew. Dowsinger's already on the beers. It's going to be a big night in El Fronton tonight, Manny Vargas.
That's right. The champagne bottles are now situated for PLC as he exits the water. He is your current now he is your new 2011 world champion. Look at the Australians, Jake Stone and the boys having a good time in the competitors area here at the NMD Pride Stealth Fronton Pro. So have to give a couple shout outs. This is from my list for sure. My wife, thank you for putting up with my schedule on the 2011 tour. Billy Thiel has always been tuning in when he can. Neil, we know you're watching. All the Hawaii crew are watching. IB, California, East Coast, Costa Rica, Mexico, and Pascal, we know you're watching from the Dominican Republic. And everybody else tuning in from around the world, thank you for being a part of this great, amazing tour, the 2011 IBA Grand Slam Series. There it is. Here we go. We may have the latest shirt right there.
That is Amaury Laverne, the former world
2010,
champion, 2010 world champion. He's sitting there modelling the PLC world champion T-shirt. It has happened. It is in the history books.
Oh, he's wearing it proud. Look at that. Fellow French-speaking rider, Amaury Laverne, supporting you riding and their frontman, PLC, your new 2011 IBA world champion. Champion.
Yes, Manny. We now have the situation. This is the semi-final. The underdogs are out there. Andrew Lester and Jason Finlay, both from Australia. Andrew Lester's got a slight lead, 9.9 combined score over Jason Finlay's 9.5. Jason Finlay requires a 4.9 to jump back into first place. Interesting situation here, Manny. I think it'll count back to the third wave if he does get a 4.9, and that would be Jason Finlay's third scoring wave, which is a 4.5. So interesting scenario there. But, hopefully it doesn't come down to 0.1 of a point.
Oh, no.
Let's see what is happening. But 6 minutes 40, but this is next. Pierre-Louis Costes is still out there, but there comes Mitch Rawlins to face him.
This is it. This is El Fronton. This is where the free riders of the island of Gran Canaria have to deal with when they come out and ride this wave at this size. They have to walk down a sharp, rocked cliff, and look at Mitch Rawlins running to the edge of the reef right there very cautiously because it is very slippery on those rocks, and he has to jump in and on top of that little keyhole right there, and then he hits the gas and goes into the channel. Look at the water just sucking off of the reef right there.
You've got to be like an amazingly talented man just to get out there, let alone ride any of these waves. But Mitch Rawlins,
it's crazy.
It's going to be fascinating to watch this next semi-final because you've got the new world champion, must be going through a set of emotions that none of us could even imagine, but he is going to have to surf against one of the superstars of world bodyboarding, Mitch Rawlins. So it's going to be interesting, but we have just over 5 minutes remaining. 5.5 minutes remaining. Andrew Lester holds down the lead. Jason Finlay from Australia, also from Australia, sitting in second place, needing only a 4.9 to jump in there. So I have a feeling, Manny, more waves to be ridden in this semi-final. Let's see what happens.
Oh, for sure. I mean, this has been an amazing year. I mean, I'm sitting here right here standing next to you, and I'm so proud to be a bodyboarder because of what the guys did during the entire year. Mitch Rawlins and PLC did what they did throughout the tour, and just, going back, seeing PLC, Ryan Hardy, Jeff Hubbard at maxing out Porto Escondido and doing what they did and bringing it all here to the very end. And all the riders, you know what, putting their hat in the ring for riding serious waves of consequence throughout the world. Even Arica was gnarly. We always talk about it. Guilherme Tamega's roll on the inside in Arica during the Arica Challenge was amazing. And here it is. These guys are going all out at Fronton. The tide is dropping. Andrew Lester in semi number 1, semi number 2, and the final are all coming up in the low tide. It's going to be absolutely crazy.
It's going to be. We've crowned a world champion, Manny. History has been written, but we're also going to crown a winner of the inaugural IBA Fronton Pro. Naming sponsors of NMB, Pride and Stealth. Last year we had an exhibition. Up and riding, looking for a 4.9. Can he get out of there?
Jason Finlay just pushing over the edge right there. Can he? Oh! He had to force himself down into that wave, and he just did it in the very last second. Able to maintain his rail, able to sneak in under the lip and hold on tight and come out at the other end of the barrel. He saw the light, he went for it, and he came out on top. Jason Finlay in search of a 4.9. I'm going to say that was definitely a 4.9 or higher. Look at that.
Man, look at great barrel riding. Gets up, sits up high. He knows his way through a barrel as well, Jace Finlay. And look, he's nice and deep, and he's going to ride out of that and put the ball squarely back in Andrew Lester's court.
Look at that.
Yeah, we only needed a 4.9 on that wave, and there is no doubt the judges are going to give him that.
Oh, my. Look at that, an 8.25 for Jason Finlay's deep barrel riding skills on that last wave. Jason Finlay, he even came out of there with one hand on the board. It was amazing to watch. Jason Finlay, Australia, we can hear you. This is your boy, Jason Finlay, putting on an amazing show. Semifinal number 1.
There you go. Andrew Lester now needing an 8.25 in the last 3 minutes of this semi-final to progress into the final. Jason Finlay, he had all the pressure. He stole it under Andrew Lester's nose. Andrew Lester had priority out there, and Jace picked that wave off. And look, Hardy's going, come on, you've still got 2 minutes 50 remaining. But, the ball is now in Andrew Lester's court. Can he be served up from Mother Nature what it takes to get an 8.25? There's some big sets rolling in, Manny, and I can hear them exploding on the reef. But there you have, out in the water, Andrew Lester with all to deliver. There's a big waves coming, but I'm not sure if he's in the right position.
Look at that. Look how big it is out there.
Yeah.
Now you have a better perspective from that angle right there. It is massive out there. The swell we've been forecasting has arrived, and it is unleashing here on Fronton. We have semifinal number 1 in the water with 2 minutes to go. Coming up next, semifinal number 2.
Yeah, look, with great support. You've got Jace Finlay, all the Aussies supporting both Jason and Andrew, but it's 2:30 in the morning, but they don't care. Mark Brightwell, he's saying, I don't care. This is I don't need sleep. This is what I want. And he's delivered it, perfectly. So 8.25 Andrew Lester needs, 1 minute 50 remaining, 1 minute 40 remaining, Manny. Will Mother Nature serve up the opportunity for Andrew Lester to return fire to the current heat leader, current semi-final leader, Jason Finlay? Who would have believed it? Jason Finlay may have just surfed his way into the final.
You know what? I don't guarantee a lot of things, but I will guarantee you this, Greg. You will see an Australian in the final here at the NMD Pride Stealth Fronton Pro, brought to you by Grand Flavor. Jason Finlay and Andrew Lester coming down to the wire. 1 minute to go. Here, it is either going to be Jason Finlay or Andrew Lester.
It's been a memorable year, Manny. This is going to be a memorable heat, but IBA, the brand is grown. If you want to grab yourself some official merchandise, the only place to do this is amazing, amazing phantom footage of you. But look at that skill getting that hat on the head, and the basketball head. But the IBA hat, the IBA t-shirt, the IBA calendar. Jump onto IBAworldtour.com, click on the online shop, and there you can get all the official merchandise. So
I look so angry.
Oh, Manny, I don't know why you're angry. That shirt has been ruined. Did you pay for that, Manny?
Actually, I still have it. You know what? There it is, shop.ibaworldtour.com. Get all the goods, shirts. We have that cool iPhone cover, and you know what? It's all there. We are winding down semifinal number 1. Andrew Lester, is he going to get a wave in the last 10 seconds? It doesn't look like. So Jason Finlay.
Wow.
the wild card, making it all the way to the final here at the NMD.